Okay.
Getting sexy time.
I know, I was going to say, it's not often I get tied up by a man. Oh my goodness me, okay. How close am I getting to this?
You can get as close as the rope lets you.
Okay, that's fair enough.
You can make one more step if you want.
Yeah.
It's not like this one.
It's okay. I'm quite happy. Remember when you said I'm not good with heights?
Like, give me your own surprise.
Alright. Good. Good set up with your crampons and your ice sacks.
Can't hear much.
No, I can't hear anything. I've had to borrow some boots from the centre, which are excessively painful because apparently my shoes weren't suitable for the crampons. Strangely, other people were wearing shoes with no issues, but mine stood out. So I have the world's most uncomfortable shoe on, which has not gone down well. So lovely. Isn't it, Louise? So lovely.
Yes.
Somebody has no sympathy at all. Hey?
Got my nice new boots.
Your nice new boots. Yeah, they're very clean. I didn't bring my scarpers because I had my Solomon hill runners, which are more than suitable for this. But anyway, never mind. Joys of insurance. A bit drizzly, isn't it?
We're gonna be walking in Sólheimajökull. If you divide that word in three, you have Sol, which means sun, Heim, home, and Jökull, glacier. The Sun Home Glacier. Even though today is not sunny at all, maybe it's sunny somewhere else, but definitely not here. Back on the days when the glacier used to be way higher, when the sun was setting, it was kind of hiding within the glacier. That's why they thought that it was going home. That's why they named it like that. But Sólheimajökull is just one tiny part of this glacier. Like the big ice cap is called Mýrdalsjökull. That's where the ice forms. So just imagine my fist as the ice cap. Everything that is expanding is trying to find a new path, so it's just growing, and eventually it will ramify. And we will have plenty of tiny fingers. Each and every finger is an outlet glacier. So is this one over here. Like, the ice obviously is not generated right here. It generates 11 kilometers up where the ice cap is. And then it just flows all the way, acting as a bulldozer, pushing everything forward. And then eventually, in these cases, because it doesn't accumulate ice and snow as fast as it melts, even though it's going forward, it just starts to recede. So we have the feeling that it's moving backwards, but it's still moving forward, just cutting down, receding a lot. It leaves some features, such as the moraines at the very end, these ones here, streamlines at the mountains, and even this lagoon. Which, by the way, I don't know if you'd rather me to say the meters or feet. Meters. It's around 60 meters deep. So you can imagine that if you continue it all the way down, the glacier is not just like that. It's way higher at the bottom as well. I'm just gonna give you the bad news, because then we can go and have some fun, even though the weather is not the best friend for today. Like 26 years ago, on 1997, the glacier used to be by the parking lot. Ever since then, has just been receding a lot. Back on 2010, this lagoon didn't exist. It was the same, like on the way back, you will see a tiny tunnel, quite similar to the ones that we have over there, those two, that is thick on the left side of the lagoon. That's where the glaciers, that the ice used to start. But with that being said, we're gonna start going down, and we're gonna find the first hazard, and it's the chances of loose rocks. Mind your steps, otherwise if you step on them and they slide, you can fall. And it would be a bit of a shame if you fall before getting to the ice. I'm sorry, not looking at you because I know that it's gonna happen, but alright, just keep that in mind. And until we get to the crampon area, please just don't stop to take pictures because there can be also rocks falling. That's why we like to keep the helmet on.
Say again? What'd you say?
It's mad.
It's mad.
I can see people up there.
I think it's crazy to think that in '97 that was back at the car park, the edge of the glacier.
It's crazy.
No, it's wow, probably a 8 to 10 minute walk from there. Slow walk. Oops, sorry, stab you.
I said, let me see this. My gloves were new and they were, the label was collected.
Oh yeah, yeah.
And you see this, so we got this. And we went,
Ah, cool.
This is sandy.
Trying to separate the crampons from the ice peaks.
my legs hurt.
Now we're on that.
Can I just let this cycle of life decide?
Yeah, absolutely. What's it called?
What can happen,
Darwin's
right?
or whatever. Darwin's something, isn't it?
What can go wrong?
Yeah.
All right, so now that we're already stepping on ice, is a nice moment to remind you, it has no feelings, which means you can step as hard as you can. The harder you step, the better.
Check out these two morons at the top. They've come up here with no proper gear on at all. I don't know how they got up here with no crampons.
It's okay if you get up there where the ice is not, but always keep your way who's coming up. So please, as you pass and I go back.
I could sense that. I think he realised. And the lady was quite old to be falling over, you know?
She's at least 70s. Nothing on her.
Crazy.
She was
Imagine
almost crawling up.
putting your mother through that when she falls and breaks her hip. Well, I guess they have, like, do they have mountain rescue here and stuff?
Yeah, but the thing is, like calling the rescue, it's crazy expensive.
Ah!
Like,
I think. No, isn't it? It's like rock,
feels
it's like
nice.
rock pools.
I told you, it feels really nice. Alright, just come over, please.
Yeah, got you good. Have a look. Oh, yeah?
Tooth chipped the tooth.
Really?
So, when we're going down, the best thing that you can do, but is to stand because this you might want to know. When we go down, the best thing that we can do is bend a bit the knees and never lean forward. If you lean forward, you will gain speed, and then is when you can fall. Just bend a bit the knees in order to keep the balance on the bum or on the back, and then you can check your feet without having to bend. And step harder. You can always use the ice picks on the sides or behind you, never forward because then you will have to lean. And then it's a bit safer. And always a step harder when you go down. All understood?
Yes. Got it. You think it's going to be dirt, don't you? But it's not. It's just a bit of... Tell Rock on YouTube. They're going, oh, you shouldn't be doing that. They're avoiding it.
That's what I think it is, yeah.
I'm the responsible one. I'm the responsible one.
Well, that's what I was thinking if you rode it, yeah.
I've only come up from around the corner, but when you think 1987, this bit here is all the way out, all the way around to that car park. Yes,
Out from there.
it's very cool. Which is your favourite part? Which is your favourite part?
Part of the
Yeah,
glacier.
yeah. If you were coming here on your own, I guess you probably don't do it too much on your own, but
No, I come almost whenever I have the chance.
really,
Yeah, I like it.
it's lovely.
Like my favorite part is either the other side
Away from people.
or the very end over there.
Yeah.
It just gets too sketchy. That's why I like it.
Yeah. Living on the edge.
Literally no one bringing people there.
That's the best places.
I like it all.
There's a national park in the UK, Dartmoor, and I like that because it's like this, obviously without the glaciers, and there's no one. You can walk for 2 days, you don't see one person. I love it.
Like that's why I like it, because whenever there's people, you cannot do what you like.
Correct.
And I do plenty of things, not as the books,
Yes.
just making like differently, more sketchy, like not wearing a helmet at all.
Yeah, but when you're on your own, it's okay.
And everyone looks at me and they are like, what? No.
Very cool. So cool. Such a pretty colour, isn't it? I hope the camera's doing it justice. Look up here, this is all soot apparently from the volcanoes. Crazy. Oh dear. It's definitely an experience that you want to come and do. It's very cool. What's that?
Is he going a bit? Is the man going a bit off piste? Is he
Who?
setting the rope up for us?
Yeah. The vandal of Mother Earth. We were told we could carve up the ice a bit, and then ultimately it's going to melt down there, isn't it? So it still doesn't fit. It doesn't sit comfortably with me doing it. Years of leave no trace. That's a cool experience, isn't it?
Yeah.
Something different.
You just like get these. Oh, I can do it next there.
Close your eyes. Oh. Look at that bit there, look. That is,
Eat it.
I dare you. Yeah. Again, I missed it.
My tongue might get stuck.
Oh, I'm up. I'm up. Yeah, not us, you go away. This is my special moment.
Alright.
Oh, no.
Straight to your legs, huh?
Yeah. So what are we doing here, sir?
Close the...
Close? Oh,
Oh yeah.
okay.
Getting sexy time.
I know, I was going to say, it's not often I get tied up by a man. Oh my goodness me, okay. How close am I getting to this?
You can get as close as the rope lets you.
Okay, that's fair enough.
You can make one more step if you want.
Yeah,
It's not like this one.
that's okay. I'm quite happy. Remember when you said am I good with heights?
Like, you can literally just turn, no, over there. You will have your time to just stay behind. I'm not joking about this. And
Okay,
you
so how
can
far
trust.
back am I going?
Okay, one more step.
I don't know, there's no point holding on to that.
One more step. You see that now it's tight, right? Now try to twist your body and then you can lean on it.
Oh, okay. Yes, I think that is as far as I'm going to go. It's very cool. Yeah.
I was going to make the typical bang.
No.
You was like,
I've dropped my camera.
no, please don't.
No, I don't want to do
Otherwise
that.
I have to go.
That's right, I would make you go. You don't want to be doing that. That's very cool. Very cool.
You can go further.
Yes. Thank you for that. Very good. Okay. Oh yes. Thank you, sir. I wasn't really sure what to expect. Our guide, Mr. Lewis, is quite the character. He's having a little bit of a hard time today because this lot don't really want to speak English or try and speak English or don't or whatever. No problem. So he's very kind of us. This is tiny little screw thing into the ice. Yeah, I'm glad I didn't look at that before I leant out. And the thing is, I did exactly the same as my wife there, holding onto the rope, yeah. But it's irrelevant because the harness is holding you back. She's saying, have you ever lost anyone down there? That's very cool. Very cool. Thank you.
Alright, someone.
Brave people. Oh, we find ourselves a little sit down. Is it such a lovely day? Lulu? Kissy, I'm just cold.
Kissy.
Well, I was looking forward to putting on my nice jacket, but somebody left it in the car.
I don't need my jacket.
I didn't think, in fairness.
Oh,
hell no.
Oh,
See,
my
that's go.
goodness me.
Thing is, in fairness, I did ask before we left. I said, "Will we be stopping?" He said, "Not really. Maybe for 2 or 3 minutes, 2 or 3 times." I went, "That's fine."
Don't do that.
Yeah. But these noobs are so slow that it's just we're just sort of standing there. There's a lot standing around. There's a lot standing around, isn't there? Well, that's okay. There's worse places to stand around. It's nice. It's freezing. It's so cold.
Because some silly person came to a glacier without any gloves.
That's alright. Just holding that metal thing. The ice pick makes it. Just don't need it either. Not on these sort of walks. It reminds me of Dartmoor. No, I mean the train, except it's obviously ice.
The different glaciers. Iceberg, what was it called? The iceberg was a glacier. This one's clear running down here, and the other one was
Yeah, it was more torrid, wasn't it? Right.
Moulins. Moulin is a French word that refers as a mill. Basically, what happens there is that the water is running down and it usually finds a weakness. Because the water has a different temperature, it just starts melting. And eventually, the water that is overrunning it, it just sinks. And then is when it starts spinning and drilling a deeper hole, just from this side, please. Over here is a slide. Eventually it can happen 3 kind of things, which is when things get really interesting. One is that it freezes up. It dries and then there's no water running down. Can happen also that it finds another weakness and it creates a tunnel. And the weirdest of all, and I say weirdest because I've never seen it and I've been doing this for 2 years, is when the hole reaches the bottom of the glacier. Then all that water lubricates lubricates it underneath and helps with the flow. Otherwise, like if underneath the glacier there's no water running at all, there's no lubrication, it just gets more stress, and then is when we have plenty of cracks. That's a big problem. But those actually, like, sometimes at different ones, I found that it was actually showing off the different stratus, so like ashes layers from previous eruptions. That was really cool. The blue ice is also something that tends to happen quite often, but for us as climbers, we love them. We just use them as Disneyland. It's quite cool.
It's very cool.
Alright, do you remember what I told you about that?
Ah, yes.
About the ice peak.
Yes.
Like not to keep the ice peak over here, because if she falls, like if you fall, you can hurt yourself really bad. There you go. Alright, let's see. Can I just go? Alright, and you have gloves, right? So you can just pull a bit until make it slightly tight. Slightly. No, from the end.
Oh, from the end?
Yeah.
Like back here?
There's no need to make it full tight.
Like that?
Alright, so for what do you think this is it? And don't you dare to say fishing.
Measures the depth of it.
The depth, neither.
No.
Not fishing.
Movement.
Not for camping. This morning they said that you just put the plastic on cover and that's it. No. For what else?
No idea.
No idea. No idea. It's for measuring something, but not the depth.
The movement.
Neither the movement. Pressure.
Temperature.
Movement, depth. What else?
Water, temperature, height.
Temperature.
Height.
Pressure. Pressure, height. 6 of them and not yet. Alright, just think a bit that the way that we measure it is with this slag. What could be? The 7 is the lucky number, so
How much it's reducing.
reducing, which is
Melting.
the word? How it reduces?
Melting.
There we go. The 7 is the lucky number. It's basically to measure how much of the ice is melting. Basically, on May, at the beginning, they came, they drilled a hole. Like this one was 10 meters, the other one was 8. Don't ask me why they make a different one. In this case, it's because it's a bit higher, but 2 meters, not that much. And then from there on, they toss a bar that was attached to this cable. Once it reaches the bottom, it freezes up and it's completely tight. There's no way you can remove it. And then eventually, there's just coming slag out of it. And all the slag, we use it to measure how much it melts. That's how it works. It's quite a lot. Actually, we're losing around 60 meters high per 20 meters length, which is a lot and quite sad on the other hand.
Yeah, definitely.
Probably your grandsons might come here and they don't have any glacier to walk on. Like we estimate that in 10-20 years we might lose the access to this glacier, in 100 years this glacier, and in 200 years the whole ice cap. I won't be alive, it's not my problem. I'm just trying to explain so the next generations might learn something and keep in mind that, yeah, the climate change is up.
Comments in the box below.
Yeah. Is this one of the smaller ones in Iceland?
200 years still watching these videos. Is it still here? Can you imagine? Time traveller. Thumbs up. Crazy, isn't it?
Basically, because since we have like blue ice around and it's something quite obvious, it's based on how much of the ice is compressed. Once the ice is forming, there are air bubbles like stuck in it. The more compressed, the more stretched those bubbles get. And if you know, like all the colors have always pattern that goes from red to blue. The more compressed, the more able to absorb colors it is. The only thing is that it cannot absorb the blue one, that's why it gets reflected. The white one, on the other hand, it just reflects all of them at once. If you remember the Pink Floyd album, all the colors get in and the white gets to speak. That's basically how it works. If you imagine like some sort of a soda and you pour it like full, without being careful, there will be a lot of foam. And then the liquid has a different color, has a different, like, let's say less bubbles in this case. And the foam is where there's plenty and you see it whiter. And the liquid has a different color. Is that some sort of analogy?
Yeah, I know what you mean, yeah.
That is easier to understand with the Guinness.
Yeah, oh, nice.
Just imagine that when you drink Guinness, you have to
Yeah.
and then you go on like an what is compressing,
Yeah.
and all the foam goes up.
That's it. You do that?
Yeah, I did actually.
That's good, isn't it?
Yeah. Did you?
Yeah, I loved it. We're done with, yeah. I've got to try to forget about the cotton shoes, it's fine. I survived it. Not like I did a lot of walking. So we come to the Black Sand Beach. Another famous tourist destination. You've got medium hazard, do not go into the yellow zone. The yellow zone is...
Sneaker waves, also known as killer waves.
Ooh, sneaker waves. Wow. 10 to a minute as well. Never heard of sneaker waves. Wow, scary.
Yeah.
Stay back from the water's edge. Okay, fine. Quite happy with that. Quite happy not to go near the edge. I don't want to be pulled in by a sneaker wave. So this is the Black Sand Beach. So cool because of black sand, which you would have seen earlier. Look at this, look. Oh wow, yeah. I'm busy looking that way.
Yeah.
That's cool.
Oh wow, look at that one left there. Oh,
Should we walk over that way then?
Giant's Causeway, isn't it?
It's like the Giant's Causeway. Where is that? Northern Ireland, wasn't it? No, Northern Ireland. That was cool, the Giant's Causeway. That was a long time ago we went there.
Yeah.
I'm pleased to say I'm back in my shoes.
Yeah, that's pretty.
Yes. Ooh. That's nice. Yeah, it's very like the Giant's Causeway. Giant's Causeway, wasn't it? Yeah. In Northern Ireland. I'd say the Giant's Causeway was actually a bit more spectacular than that, but still pretty cool.
Oh, that's really cool.
It's nice, isn't it?
Mm.
So we're driving everywhere in our own car, and just a heads up, everywhere you park in the day, what seems to be everywhere, you've got to pay, and it's like £6, so what's that, $8 US for a number of hours. They have a convenient app, so it's quite easy to do, so just bear that in mind. It is easy to park, there's always spaces, but just annoying having to pay. And then there's a drone, it's been buzzing overhead for a while, getting on everyone's nerves. Get it up, get your picture, done.
Take a picky.
Yeah, why not?
Yeah, they tend to sit still, the pumpkins, whereas the other ones.
Yeah, they're sort of darting out. Seen one puffin.
Nice that.
One. Yeah, it's nice to walk on. It's not. It's nicely sort of compacted, isn't it? There's another puffin.
Oh,
Yeah.
Cool. That's nice. It's a puffin. I like that.
Yeah, they look. They fly like bats, don't they? Look, there's one there, Lou. Look up there, I think. There's one.
Yeah, they
There you go,
fly
look.
differently.